Hi there, this is Chandra from Mindful Adaptations and the Global Congruence Initiative. Thank you for joining me for the second part of the third segment in which I am reading from my latest book, Two Daughters, A Legacy, The Wholeness Within. For this segment and for the last part of the segment, I had read from chapter 10, which is titled Self-Image in the Face of Social Media, Curated versus Real Life. For the last part, I had read the introduction as far as some of the information that is in this chapter, the introductory poem, as well as a little bit of the essence and some tips as far as navigating social media for youth, as well as for anyone for that matter, and stuff that I use for myself as well. So in this part, I'm going to read a little bit more of the meat and the essence of what this chapter is about, as well as some additional tips for navigating social media. So the first part of this is titled, Before I Connect Outward, I Connect Inward. Do you ever find yourself comparing yourself to what you see through a screen? Sometimes forgetting that what you see online isn't real. The perfect skin, perfect lives, perfect smiles. However, remembering that it is all edited, filtered, rehearsed. And still, do you catch yourself wondering, why don't I look like that? Why isn't my life that exciting? Am I enough? The truth? The screen doesn't know you. It doesn't know your heart, your struggles, your dreams. Media isn't a mirror, it is a mask. To use social media but still be able to see you, the real unfiltered version, the messy hair, the real emotions, growth that doesn't always get likes. Because that version, the one staring back from a mere reflection, not in the eyes of social media, she is learning, she is honest, and yeah, she is enough. And before I go on, just to say as well that I also said in my last part, I am not an advocate for eliminating social media, but I am an advocate for teaching youth and teaching teenagers and children how to navigate social media, because it's not going anywhere and it has a lot of perks, a lot of pluses that can be used for the best advantage for each individual. However, it's how to use it without it becoming self-sabotaging and self-absorbing, and also to maintain one's self-worth while using social media. The next part of this that I would like to read is a story based on social media. It's called Finding Authenticity. Isabella sat in her bed, scrolling through her social media feed. Another friend posted a picture from the beach, sun-kissed, smiling, looking carefree. A pang of insecurity tugged at Isabella's heart. Her own day had been far from picture perfect. A fight with her best friend, a math test she didn't quite ace, and having a feeling of being just a little too much or just not enough. In a moment of impulsiveness, Isabella snapped a selfie. She adjusted the angle, applied a filter, and added a caption that sounded cheerful. Just as she was about to post, her mom walked into her room. "What are you up to?" Mom asked. "Just posting," Isabella mumbled. Her mom sat beside her and asked, "Why do you look so sad?" Isabella hesitated, then sighed. "It's just everyone seems to have it all together. I want to look happy too, even if I'm not." Her mom smiled, wrapped her arm around her, and said, "You know, sometimes we forget that everyone is human, especially online. People share what they want others to see, not always what they are feeling. You don't have to pretend to be okay just because it looks like everyone else is." Isabella nodded, her eyes welling up. "I guess I just want people to think I'm happy." "You don't have to be perfect for people to love you," her mom whispered. "Your friends will understand the good days and the hard ones. Maybe instead of sharing what you think people want to see, share what feels true to you." Taking a deep breath, Isabella put down her phone. Instead of the polished selfie, she posted a simple message. "Today was hard, but I'm learning it is okay not to be okay sometimes. Feeling grateful for those who stick by me." That evening, messages poured in, not from strangers, but from friends who appreciated her honesty. "Me too," and some wrote, "Thanks for being real." For the first time in a while, Isabella felt lighter. She realized that being real, not perfect, was the bravest thing she could be. In reflection, Isabella almost posted something fake on this particular day, a smiling selfie, or whether a joke she didn't feel like laughing at, just to make it seem like she was okay. She wasn't feeling okay in that moment. Not every day is good. Not every smile is real. She was about to pretend again, as she had done before, but today was different. She didn't want to pretend. Although she didn't want people to worry or judge her or simply scroll past her, then she stopped with those thoughts, because what if someone else there felt like she did? What if they needed to see real more than perfect? So she posted the truth, not for attention, for connection. She simply said, "Hey, today's hard. I'm not okay right now, but I am trying." The crazy part, people showed up, not to fix her, but to say, "Me too. Thanks for being real." So maybe being honest is stronger than pretending. Maybe the most powerful post is the one where we stop performing and just show up for us. Not every smile is real. Not every post tells the whole story. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is show up as you are, messy, tired, uncertain, or in progress. When you choose real over perfect, you give others permission to do the same. You stop performing and start connecting, and that can change everything. You don't have to be okay to be real. You just have to be honest with yourself. And then after this chapter, I have gone into some journal prompts to help inspire some conversations, whether it's in a group setting or whether someone is doing this on their own. What's one moment recently where I felt like pretending I was okay, but I wasn't? What would I have said if I had shared the truth instead? The second one is, how do I feel after posting something that looks good versus something that feels real? Is there a difference in the way people respond? The third one is, what holds me back from being honest in social media or in person? Is it fear of judgment, being a burden, or something else? The next, who in my life makes me feel safe in being real? How do they respond when I am honest? And the last is, what would choosing real look like today, even in a small way? How can I give myself permission to be seen just as I am? And so this chapter is really dedicated to helping youth navigate social media and to be real with themselves. And as I mentioned in the story, not for attention, not for someone to help them, but for connection. And that is really the main purpose for social media, is connections, right? Connections through businesses, connections through life matters, through whatever it might be. And I will say, I've seen a lot of social media passive aggressiveness. And when it's used for that is hard to navigate. But it's teaching kids even how to navigate that aspect, because it's out there. And it's not just among youth and kids, it's also among adults. And so how can you effectively navigate that as a person and still maintain a level of authenticity and sincerity and humbleness while doing so? It's quite the balancing act. In this chapter also, I'm not going to read through all of them right now. I'm going to do this in the next segment. There are multiple tips on how to navigate this for teens, as well as daily affirmations, as well as additional steps and quotes and even more journal prompts. So I will target that all next time. But I thank you for tuning in. And as always, if you'd like to get a hold of me, my email address is Chandra, CHANDRA, @mindfuladaptations.com. This will be posted on LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as YouTube. So have a wonderful day, and I'll talk soon. All right, bye-bye.